Hey there, ResiliDreamers. Are you tired of feeling stuck in the same old rut, repeating those bad habits that hold you back? Do you find yourself saying, "I'll change tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes"? Well, you're not alone. We've all been there, and today I'm sharing a foolproof method to break those bad habits for good. Trust me, it's simpler than you think, and it all starts right here, right now. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have the tools you need to transform your life and achieve the success you've always dreamed of. Understanding the psychology of habits. First things first, let's dive into the psychology behind habits. Did you know that habits are formed through a loop of cue, routine, and reward? This means that every time you engage in a bad habit, there's a specific trigger that sets it off, followed by the routine of the habit itself, and finally, a reward that your brain craves. Understanding this loop is crucial to breaking free from it. The habit loop: cue, routine, reward. Let's break down the habit loop in more detail. 1. Cue. This is the trigger that initiates the habit. It could be anything from a time of day, an emotional state, or a specific event. For example, feeling stressed might be the cue that leads you to smoke a cigarette. 2. Routine. This is the behavior itself, the action you take in response to the cue. Continuing with our example, the routine would be lighting up and smoking the cigarette. 3. Reward. This is the benefit you get from the behavior, which reinforces the habit loop. In this case, the reward might be a temporary feeling of relaxation or relief from stress. Understanding these components helps us see where we can intervene to change our habits. Identifying your triggers. Next, let's identify those pesky triggers. What situations, emotions, or people prompt you to fall back into your bad habits? Is it stress, boredom, or maybe even certain social settings? Take a moment to reflect on this and jot down your triggers. Awareness is the first step to change. Common triggers and how to spot them. Triggers can be subtle or obvious, and they often fall into several categories. Emotional triggers. Feelings like stress, anxiety, sadness, or even happiness can trigger certain habits. For instance, you might eat junk food when you're feeling down or celebrate with a drink when you're happy. Environmental triggers. These are related to your surroundings. Walking past a bakery might trigger an urge to buy a pastry, or seeing your phone might make you want to check social media. Social triggers. The people you interact with can also be triggers. Hanging out with friends who smoke might make you want to smoke too, or being with coworkers who gossip might lead you to join in. To identify your triggers, try keeping a habit journal. Note down every time you engage in the habit, along with what you were doing, how you were feeling, and who you were with. Over time, patterns will emerge and you'll be able to pinpoint your triggers more accurately. Implementing positive replacements. Now, let's talk about replacing those bad habits with positive ones. Instead of reaching for a cigarette when you're stressed, how about taking a few deep breaths or going for a short walk? The key is to find healthier alternatives that provide a similar reward without the negative consequences. Finding effective replacements. The replacement habit should be something that can fulfill the same need or provide a similar reward. Here are some examples. Stress relief. If you smoke to relieve stress, try deep breathing exercises, meditation, or yoga. These activities can help calm your mind and body without the harmful effects of smoking. Boredom. If you eat junk food out of boredom, find a hobby or activity that you enjoy. Reading, drawing, or even playing a sport can keep your mind engaged and away from unhealthy snacks. Social interaction. If you drink alcohol to socialize, consider non-alcoholic alternatives, or suggest activities that don't revolve around drinking, like going for a hike or playing a board game. Creating a support system. Breaking habits is tough, but you don't have to do it alone. Surround yourself with supportive friends, family, or even online communities like ours. Share your goals and progress, and let others cheer you on. Remember, we're all in this together. Building your support network. A strong support system can make a significant difference in your journey to break bad habits. Here are some ways to build and maintain your support network. First, friends and family. Talk to your close friends and family members about your goals. Ask for their support and understanding. They can provide encouragement, accountability, and even join you in forming new, healthy habits. Next, online communities. Join online forums, social media groups, or apps dedicated to habit change. These platforms can offer a sense of community, tips, and motivation from people who are on the same journey. And lastly, professional help. Sometimes, seeking help from a therapist, coach, or counselor can provide the guidance and support you need. They can offer personalized strategies and help you navigate challenges. Staying consistent and patient. Lastly, consistency is key. Change doesn't happen overnight, and setbacks are part of the journey. Be patient with yourself and celebrate small victories along the way. Every step forward is progress. Alright, so let's talk about some tips for staying consistent. First up, set realistic goals. It's really important to break down your larger goal into smaller, manageable steps. This makes the process less overwhelming, and it allows you to celebrate progress along the way. Next, track your progress. Keep a journal or use an app to track your habits and progress. Seeing your improvement over time can be honestly incredibly motivating. And finally, reward yourself. Celebrate your successes no matter how small. Treat yourself to something you enjoy when you reach a milestone. This reinforces positive behavior and keeps you motivated. To make this journey more relatable, let me share some personal stories and anecdotes from people who have successfully broken their bad habits. Sarah had been smoking for over a decade. She tried quitting multiple times but always found herself reaching for a cigarette during stressful moments. One day she decided to take a different approach. She identified her triggers: work-related stress and social gatherings. Instead of smoking, she started practicing deep breathing exercises and carrying a stress ball with her. She also joined an online support group where she could share her struggles and successes. Over time, she found that her cravings diminished, and she felt healthier and more in control of her life. John loved junk food, and it showed in his health. He knew he needed to change, but found it hard to resist the temptation. He started by identifying his triggers: boredom and late-night cravings. He replaced his junk food stash with healthier snacks like fruits and nuts. He also took up a new hobby, painting, to keep himself occupied. With the support of his family and friends, John gradually reduced his junk food intake and started feeling more energetic and fit. Let's also look at some expert opinions and research on habit formation and change. Dr. Charles Duhigg, author of The Power of Habit, explains that understanding the habit loop is crucial for change. He emphasizes the importance of identifying cues and rewards, and experimenting with different routines to find what works best for you. Research shows that it takes, on average, 66 days to form a new habit. This means consistency and patience are essential. Studies also highlight the importance of social support and accountability in achieving lasting change. Now let's make this interactive. I want to hear from you. What bad habits are you looking to break? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let's create a community where we support and encourage each other to achieve greatness in life. What triggers have you identified for your bad habits? What positive replacements have you tried or are planning to try? How do you stay motivated and consistent in your journey to break bad habits? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who needs to hear this message. Together, we can leave drops of positivity and help each other overcome life's challenges. Thanks for watching ResiliDream, and remember, the life of your dreams is within reach.